Album Concept Hour. The Album Concept Hour. It's the Album Concept Hour.
Welcome, everybody, to the Album Concept Hour podcast. I am your host, Brad LeBaron, as always, and we have for you Virtual Jon. What's going on, Jon? How you doing over there in Middleton?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. Virtual Jon just chilling at home, chilling like a villain in his comfy chair.
Is it cold on that side of town too? As cold as it is on
I
on this side
know
of
it's
town?
actually pretty damn nice out.
Oh, well,
I
actually, that's right.
I was just outside for a cigarette, and it was pretty fracking nice out.
Yeah, no, I said that forgetting that it actually is not that bad out, and I just haven't been out of the house much today.
Yeah, yesterday was cold. Today is
Yes,
nice out though.
Yes.
Like today started off kind of a little cold.
Yeah.
And then at work, I left my speaker out in the car.
Yeah.
Out in the Jeep. So I was like, our boss has actually left the kitchen like at a decent time today. So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go get my speaker then, so we don't have to listen to 1015 all the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah.
And it was really nice out. I was like, I want to stay out here. But
Yeah, hopefully it'll keep on going in that direction. Who knows? Maybe you, the listener, know by the time you're hearing this. But today we're doing the much fabled 2-man podcast. We almost did it on our 2-year anniversary, but Trevor ended up sneaking in.
Luckily, we wound up having a couple people interrupt that.
Yeah. Reese and Nate stopped by. It was a nice little party.
Yeah,
Wood chickens. Fun. Yeah. But yeah, we're doing it. We're doing a 2-man podcast here. The other guys got stuff going on. I mean, we might get a late dive by Dave or Jake. Honestly, who knows? I never know anymore with these guys. But I love it when they do.
Brad.
I love it when they do a
buddy.
late dive because, like, I think it's a fun way to change up what's happening in the podcast, keep the flow moving. Yeah. Then, but we're going to have a guest later on in the podcast. We're going to have the creator of the project we're talking about today, which is by the band Spiral Cell, and the album is The Maze in the Tree Rings, which came out in 2016. And on the last half of the podcast, or sometime in the first half, I'm not quite sure, we are going to be getting Scott from that group. I'm not sure what his last name is. I couldn't find it out from what little I gleaned, but I think his name is Scott. I hope that's not some part of his secret identity, because it does seem he masks up when he is on stage. I'm not sure if that's on every single show he plays, he's got that, the mask on.
I'll tell you, that would make sense for some of the stuff we listen to.
Honestly, I'm not sure if he's going to show up with the mask on. I mean, we didn't really talk about that aspect of this. So, if someone in a, kind of, black and white kind of mask shows up on the screen, Jon, don't be alarmed.
I'll assume it's not the devil. I promise.
Yeah, it's not the devil zooming in this time.
Not a demon.
The devil and Beelzebub are not zooming in right now to
spy on our work.
I guess.
Although I'm
spy,
not gonna lie, I would feel pretty honored.
I was gonna say, if you have to be visited by a demon or the devil, I mean, Zoom is probably the least stressful way to do that, right?
No, because remember, they can come out of TVs. All right, I've seen The Ring. All right,
that's
They
true.
can come out of TVs if they want to. They can do what they want.
I'm just saying, if they're already taking the trouble to use Zoom, maybe they're taking a different approach.
Well, they're just trying to surprise us, Brad.
Yeah, maybe they're just trying to do anti-therapy now.
I've watched too much Supernatural. I know. Demons think just like we do. It's the whole thing.
Yeah. I really need to catch up on my Supernatural.
Man, it's so good.
Yeah, no,
I've not even watched all of it. It's just,
I hear it's the
just
spiritual successor to Buffy. So
very much.
I'd probably enjoy.
Only it's two dudes that don't give a crap, and they just. Oh.
Yeah,
it actually like I
brother
fun fact
demon angel things or something, and then someone's dad is their dad is some I forget what's up with their dad, but
oh no, well their dad's just a whole he's a demon hunter, but he's a whole other thing.
Okay, yeah, there's a whole thing with his dad, but
no, you see, I will say this, that like there are like, you know, watching a horror film these days is different because, you know, you literally watch it and you go, Sam, Dean, Buffy, they'd have had this taken care of like 30 minutes ago, kids. You just keep running away, and they would have bashed somebody with a wooden bat with a spike at the end by now, you know?
Well, yeah. Due to the formula of TV, like almost any TV star is like way more powerful and like way more practiced than their movie counterpart. You know what I mean? Because like every week they're doing like world-saving things or something. You know. But yeah, and you get so many seasons to build on that and to extrapolate into into whatever weird direction you want.
You know, the thing about Supernatural is that they step right forth from the beginning. They're like, Dean's like, yeah, we're gonna go to every town. They're like, we're gonna go save our dad, but every town we go through, if there's a demon problem, we're gonna kick some ass.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, speaking of all that.
Yeah. I was going to try to transition into this album we're doing, The Maze in the Tree Rings, and it is it's a very strange, I'll say strange from the gate, and very out there story. I was turned on to it by someone in our Discord. Irate is their name. If you want to go give them a thanks in the Discord, check it out in the description. It encapsulated me. It immediately like took my attention. I was like, what is this? And I listened to it like start to finish. And I saw that you could just they were available online. You could reach out.
It's a very good kind of odd, you know.
Yeah, it's like a sci-fi soundscape thing going on with a lot of. I'm glad we just listened to what is it? Some Major Organ and the Adding Machine, because that was also like a soundtrack kind of, you know. Mm-hmm. This kind of. Yeah, it kind of gave me, it's similarly structured, I guess.
No, this is definitely an epic. You know, I don't know what kind of epic it is.
Yeah.
There are questions I have.
Yeah, I can't wait to ask Scott, because
there's just enough uniformity within it to know that it's a linear storyline.
Yeah,
I just don't know what kind.
Yeah.
You know?
It's got some of the
is it like a mirage? Is it like a simulation?
Yeah.
Did he actually find something? Is it a video game? I don't know. These are all things that went through my head.
Yeah, so if that tells you anything just from the intro, there is a lot of questions. There's a lot of things happening, and we're going to try to get to the bottom of it. And luckily we have Scott on later to talk to us about it. So I'm really excited to talk to them. Do you want to get into the first track, though? We got 15 tracks today for you guys. And, looks like this first track is... Oh, of course, it's the prologue. So, this we were saying, there's like a soundtrack, like the first couple of tracks really set you up for what... the rest of the plot is going forward. So, here is the prologue.
I can't see it now.
I know this time I can't see through. An empty search is coming clean. I don't know, do I stay or go?
The maze in the tree rings keeps me guessing, passing time.
Yeah, Yeah. A lot of stuff in a really short amount of time in that.
I'm gonna say from the get-go, this whole album is very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
It's really, you don't want to call it a pop album because there's just too much stuff kind of going on.
Uh-huh.
But it does sound good.
Yeah,
it really does sound good all the way through.
It's like a radio play, kind of.
Yeah.
Radio play, but emphasis on the music part of it. Because there is there is throughout the plot there are these what sound like radio transmissions most of the time, with various characters and various situations, along with the actual lyric or singing and backup vocals from the band itself. So this is really setting up both the story and what you can kind of expect for the music going forward in this album. So to get into the plot a little bit though, we have this I'm assuming Astro dude in space. I think they're in space to start off. But I'm not 100% on the space thing. What do you think about the space thing, John?
I don't know, man, because
I can't decide
I hear what you're saying in the beginning, but the way it transitions really, I mean, if it's space, it's not the moon, it's definitely like a foreign planet.
Yeah.
And but even then, like, what if it's just a guy and I'm checking this out. I'll report back.
Yeah, I can't decide if it's
simulation.
Well, I can't decide if it's space or deep sea, because there is a music video of Oceans, which is like he's in the water and stuff. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he just chose that because it was visually pleasing.
That's one of the last songs too.
Yeah, but or maybe it's an ocean on an alien planet. Maybe it's both of those things. Who knows? This could be all sorts of shit.
There's so many things going on. I don't know what to pinpoint.
Our first character named is AE-472, and he's investigating something. He says there's more here than originally thought. We might be able to find more if we venture deeper and land. So it does say land. So I think maybe it's starting out on a planet, at least.
Yeah. No, I would definitely agree with that. We're definitely starting out on a planet.
Yeah, in the air going down, or in the I don't know if it's air technically, depending on the atmosphere. I'm a nerd. And that's when they start singing with the female vocalist and male vocalist, and I really like their dynamic together. I like hearing them play off of each other. The lead singer, I will say, reminds me a little bit of Mark Hoppus. You ever hear Mark Hoppus from Blink-182?
No. Oh, okay.
He's the bass player, and when he's singing low notes, I think him and this guy sound kind of a little similar.
Okay.
I know that because I sound a little like Mark when I sing low. But so he's investigating this thing that seemed that he the next part where he's talking, he's saying, we have visual confirmation of something. I'm going to get a look, and then when he gets closer to it, it seems to disappear. He can't figure out how it's this thing that he's talking about.
Yeah, is it an illusion? Are we in? Oh.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you, during these songs too, you get that little part with the ding, ding. That's why I like. Is it a video game?
Yeah, I was gonna say after you'll see in future tracks, but there's a lot of electronic element, dystopian, electronic, robotic and stuff. I'm not explaining that well. Kind of. I'm trying to think of a movie with a prison planet. There's various space
Guardians
movies
of the
about.
Galaxy, but
There
other
is,
than that, you know.
yeah, I guess that is the most obvious one. Yeah, or sorry, I didn't mean to. I don't mean to
Not obvious
discount
one, but
it. It's the one that I would know the most offhand. But yeah, it's a thing. There's all sorts of prison planets in sci-fi. And so sometimes it gets kind of in that grimy sci-fi space stuff here and there. But the first track is pretty light on that for the most part. But I'm not quite sure exactly what the maze in the tree rings is. Like,
well, it sounds like it. I mean, it sounds like the tree rings is kind of like what do you call it? Like a thing for the maze, you know, a representation for the maze.
okay. Maybe it's like a yeah, like a map that is
like the tree rings are the maze. Don't get lost. Isn't there a line somewhere that's like don't get lost in the tree rings?
I think so. I'm not sure if it's in this track.
No, I don't think it's in this track. I'm just
well, it's on here. It says the maze in the tree rings keeps me guessing, passing time, lost and found, and start again, back and forth, and keep the pace. So, yeah. I guess. Maybe, or the tree ring is how the portal looks that they're going through. I don't know. But it seems like we're about to go into a different place in the next track, is what we're kind of getting at. So this is, we'll get to the next track so we have a little more context to talk about. But at the end of this track, you hear, it's time to be, or the last line is, it's time to begin now. And then, then you get one last thing from AE472. He checks in. And he's requesting permission to proceed deeper into I don't know. Let's say a cave on an alien planet. So this next track is Restart.
Hello, welcome back. How are you feeling today? Please select from the following. I'm sorry to hear that. We're always here to help you.
First of all, I want to comment on the dun dun dun. That's like in that clip.
Yeah,
that's the NBC. That's the NBC thing. I don't know if that means anything.
Yeah. It is, yeah, it's very similar to that, yeah.
Companies taking over.
Ding.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's like a slightly off version of that, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of setting up, what I immediately thought of was like Fifth Element with Bruce Willis's kind of housing area.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this made me think of, like with the robot lady kind of having some kind of like power over you, it seems. You know, like there's a power dynamic where they're giving you treatment and.
Well, again, this is definitely. I mean, okay, I'd like to address. I think this is it. That this is probably in the future.
Yeah.
You know,
I would agree. I would agree.
I mean, because even this whole paragraph that is for this song, or this clip, this track is like, you know, well, I'm sorry to hear that. We're always here to help you. Would you like the same treatment as last time? What does that mean?
Yeah. And the person that's in this, who is called 236, I guess, doesn't ever respond verbally.
No.
So
it's all clicks, beeps, and fingerprints.
Yeah, you can kind of hear him like shuffling around and grunting to himself a little bit or something.
Yeah,
I think, but like it's not like, he's coming in. Hold on, we're about to get the creator of Spirocell in here. His name is Scott. Here he comes. One second.
The Album Concept Hour.
Yeah, welcome back everybody to the Album Concept Hour. I am your host Brad LeBaron. And we have the co-host, John. What's going on, John?
Always, I'm here.
And
Sure.
we're coming back from our little break because we have on the creator and mastermind of this album that we're discussing. It is Scott Uhl. What's going on, Scott?
What's up, man? How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Pretty good, pretty good. Thanks for being on.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone on our Discord server actually posted your album, and I listened to it, and I couldn't stop listening to it. I listened start to finish, and I was like, dude, this is like, we do concept albums, and this is like exactly what we're usually looking for. So
Nice.
I reached out to
Awesome.
you, and you were very responsive, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, but so you're from you're in Denver, Colorado, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
Is that I gotta ask, are you a transplant to Denver, or are you
I've been here for over 20 years, so yeah.
I'd say that-
I don't, yeah.
I'd say
I'm not
that's-
one of the new guys. Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
a lot of I have a lot of friends and family that have gone that way because of obvious reasons.
We've felt it. Yeah. There's a lot of people coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A booming
nice
area.
Yeah.
How's that impacted your music scene around there?
It's good, man. I like the music scene in Denver is really nice. I've always enjoyed playing here. I've met a lot of really cool people, and yeah.
Yeah,
Denver
yeah.
music is awesome.
What kind of music would you say is the most prevalent in like the local scene that you're used to?
Man, I don't know. There's quite a bit of rock. I think there's a lot of rock.
Yeah,
At least, I mean, that's kind of the circle that I'm in, anyways. So I know most of the rock people. So
yeah.
it seems like rock and metal's pretty high.
Well, how long
There's
have you
quite a bit.
been in the scene?
Since I moved, because I lived in Colorado Springs, and
Okay.
when I moved up to Denver in 2006 is when I started. So about 15 years.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Yeah.
And how long has Spiral Cell been your project?
That it didn't have a name until, and it took like 6 years to put together.
Okay.
But the first show was 2016. Was it 16?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's November 2016.
Okay. So that was when it officially like came to be
Yep.
in the public eye, I guess.
Yep, that was the first show and the album release. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you have some other groups before this that you worked in? Or is this your only group, I guess, or do you have multiple?
Yeah.
things going
I was my original band was Glass Delirium, and then we broke up in 2017. So Spiral Cell
Okay.
and Glass Delirium existed at the same time. I also was in
Okay.
another band called Tattooed Strings, and we had our last show 2018 or 19.
Okay.
I can't remember. I can't even keep up. So
Yeah.
So, yeah, done a
How's
couple of them.
how's the pandemic affected your life in general, I guess? Do you have any sort of live shows that you're able to do, or
can do-
doing any quarantine things?
Yeah, I did a quarantine concert for Spiral Cell last year, like in May when everything was really shut down. Yeah, man, Colorado's pretty locked up, so
Yeah.
so I mean, I do cover gigs as well. I have a 90s cover band that I do as well. And we play quite a bit, so we get like a few restaurants, bars, stuff like that, so we can still stay a little busy,
That's good.
So,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
we talk about that a lot on the podcast because it's I know a lot of random people that are in the like mostly like a lot of metal bands and punk bands in our town, and yeah, it's very it's been hard for people that are normally like out playing to
Oh yeah.
have it be normal, but
Yeah, I haven't done any Spiral Cell shows for sure. There's not really any. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a few places, but yeah, it's been a lot of covers in the side corner of a room, type of thing. So some places are opening up, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. And you have I read that there's it's a big visually big show. Looks like there's a lot of lights. You have your mask on. Yeah, do you have like a theater background or anything, or is it just you're just a fan of really going all out with that stuff?
Yeah, it was that was I when I was putting it together, I just kind of wanted to make it interesting, I was kind of brainstorming how to do something by myself, and it was like, well, I'm not like it was like I can either be like a singer-songwriter, and I'm not really that guy. I don't really, I kind of started singing for Spiral Cell. I'm not, a great singer, but I pull it off with, what it needs. Or it was like, be a virtuoso player, and it's like I wasn't really either one of those. So I got into the looping. I got into live looping, which I was like, okay, I could really do that. I dug that. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to be boring on stage, And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to add this story. I was like, okay, I'm going to add live visuals. Okay, I'm going to add a light show. Okay, and then like the masks were I had no idea I was going to do that until a week before the show. So like I said, it was in November. It was in November was the first show. So all the Halloween stores were like doing all their closing stuff. So my wife and I went there and picked out some and then like edited, them to look different. You didn't want it to look like own. You didn't want it to look like a Freddy Krueger mask or something like that. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had no idea I was even going to do the mask until a week before the show. So
yeah, is that something you do every show? As much as the venue allows as far as lighting and all that stuff goes.
Yeah, I've opened for a couple of like touring acts. So have you guys heard of That One Guy?
I haven't heard of the band That One Guy. I've heard of many guys, but
I've heard of many guys named That One Guy.
One guy. Yeah, but, no, he's a solo guy, and he's got like this magic harp thing. He built like this instrument that kind of looks like a harp.
Ooh.
It's really unique. He's super cool. But like I opened for him, and he's got a bigger production. So it's like, okay, I have to, as the opener, I have to try. I didn't have a problem doing that. I was grateful to be there for that show. It was a super fun show. But I had to trim down the show versus like when I headline.
Yeah. No, you have a lot of. It seems like you have a lot of people, helping you out with this project. Do you ever have people with you when you're doing it live, or is it always do you use like recorded stuff and like the loops and everything live?
I build most of it is built live. Obviously, like the dialogue is on the backing tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 95% of the music that you hear is me performing it live and then looping. If there's like a big drop that needs to happen, I don't mind having backing tracks or something like that for that part. But I do there's one song, Free Flow, which my wife sang on. So if she's able to come to the show, she'll come up and sing for that one. I've had other guest musicians, come up and play. I had a violin player, improvise for certain ones. I've had a saxophone player. If I can have like my friends play, I do for sure. It always makes it fun.
Well, yeah, and were there a lot of musician friends and singers that helped you put together this album, or is it like kind of a smaller group? Because it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on in the production of this. So
yeah, I wrote the music was written by me, but I still hired like people to. I was like, okay, I really want a violin solo here, and so my friend Josh, he came in and played violin, and then there was like one part I was
awesome.
like, yeah, he did great, and I was like, hey, can you play? Sometimes I had like a specific one. Other time I said, hey, just solo for 8 measures, and let's, I trust you more than, because he's a great violin player. So I had quite a few guest musicians, like 3 guest vocalists, sax, bass.
No, it really, it really comes out like everyone's, talents, in their different parts they're playing. Because we were talking about how this is like a, kind of like a movie soundtrack type deal. It's like, very, big and orchestral sometimes very electronic. But it goes a lot of places, and we've been enjoying it so far.
Well, thanks.
But
Appreciate that.
yeah, we're gonna have questions though. We're gonna have a lot of questions about the
It's a very interesting album, my friend.
Yeah, and the
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we get into in this podcast. We get into the concepts of each album and try to decipher as best as we can.
Try to connect it as best we can.
Yeah. Sometimes there's not really connections to be made, but we try to make them anyway.
We do the best. We do the best we can.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
It's always cool to hear what people think. So.
Yeah, no, I hope that I hope we have some interesting new thoughts, maybe some theories that haven't been presented yet. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But we just got through the second track, and we were talking about how much we really enjoyed the sound design starting out. It's it really just kind of pulls you in, like
and we've done a couple of albums like this too, like with that. So you guys are really following in a very nice vein of that, like you. Like it's a very good opener, like
Queensryche.
It really, it really brings you into the story,
Awesome, thank you. No, I appreciate that.
Have you heard Queensryche at all?
Oh yeah, of course. Glass Lear and my old band, we opened for them actually. So it was like
awesome.
after they split, so it was Jeff Tate's Queensryche.
Okay.
So
yeah. That's right.
When I think they did, because I honestly didn't listen to Queensryche but I've heard that comparison quite a few times. So then
really?
I checked
Okay.
So then I checked out Operation Mindcrime. I'm like, okay, I can see why people think that.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I got written down here.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one we did.
Well, yeah, and we did that on the podcast, like a year or so more. It was we were like really impressed with like just like how incorporated the sound design was. I think that's where it really connects.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's almost like a play. I think kind of like a play. It's hard to tell. I can't. It depends on what I know and whether it's right or not. Loving. I enjoy the sound design, and we just got to the part where it's taken us to the kind of space dystopia place. We'll just correct us if we're wrong, by the way, at any point. As far as we can see, this guy has gotten from space. He's landed on this planet. He's found some kind of anomaly.
Compound maybe?
Yeah, maybe some kind of compound anomaly or portal. Not quite sure yet. Then this song takes you to kind of a, like, I don't know, cyberpunk dystopia area-ish. I don't know.
Nice.
But I'm assuming in space, too. Yeah.
We're looking for confirmation. Any kind of confirmation you can give us.
I know. So you're on. So this is the third track, right? So there was like that second track. That's the interlude restart. This is
we're about to get to the third track.
We're about to do the third track.
You're about to do it. Okay, cool.
Yes,
now I know where you're at.
That's gonna that has a lot of exposition. So
gotcha.
Cool. But you want to get on to the third track with us?
Yeah.
We have Divergence / Discovery, right? That's the third one.
Yep. Discovering Divergence.
And, let's see what I have picked for this one. Yeah, that's Divergence and Discovery. So, yeah. That's mostly instrumental and has, but it's got the robot lady that is giving us a lot of information about the world here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is the part that I picked? Is that the point where the divergence and discovery switch off?
Yeah, actually. So I'll give you that much. I like to keep it a secret, but
no, for sure.
I like to. It's not so much a secret. I just I'm a believer. I know a lot of filmmakers do this too, but like they like just having people identify with or having it connect with them.
You want people to form their own opinions first.
Exactly. I can tell you what it means. I can tell you what it meant when I wrote it, but I don't think that would be as interesting. I don't think you can connect with it as much if you don't if you apply it to your life, it's more valuable to you as a listener. So there is, I still like, solving a mystery, type of thing, just as a listener myself for other stuff.
But
I don't know, the mystery. I'm a fan of letting people interpret it themselves. So
awesome. Well, feel free to keep it close to the chest. Like it's feel free to not answer any question that we have. Because it is. I also think that it's more fun that way. Grant Summerlin, that was on the podcast, had the same kind of philosophy, and I think that is a great philosophy to have with your art in general. But
well, I still want to hear what you guys think too, though.
Well, I was gonna say, I think that is the point. Like, you can, definitely, you can. I chose that transition because you can really hear kind of the variety of sounds that you're gonna experience in the album. Comes in really strong with the. I don't know what that is, but it's cool.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
The robot lady really feels like she's kind of, telling you like very Matrixy. It really feels like it's like pick your pill. Pick your poison.
Yeah.
Do you want to just be happy all the time, or do you want to know the struggle? Do you want to know what it's like to go through the struggle and still smile?
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting. One side's rough, the other side's hey.
Yeah.
Blue pill, red pill. Pick your one.
It's very motivational.
Yeah.
It's very positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah. Yep.
It really gets you thinking.
And I noticed in the sound design, you have one part where she says, to the left, you'll find Araxia. Is that the right pronunciation of that? Araxia?
To the left, you'll find Anorexia. Yeah, I had.
Okay.
I had to look it up. And part of the writing for it was, I can give this much. Part of it is I wanted it to be bigger words, I didn't know what that word meant when I looked it up.
Yeah,
you wanted it to sound more complicated than it
I
does.
wanted it to sound more complicated, like when someone is trying to use the big words that they just learned or something like that. So that was to the left you'll find anorexia. Yeah, so I had to look that word up in order to. I had my idea for it. I had to look up the word, and I was like, "Oh, that's perfect for it."
Well, I like what you're going for with it.
Yeah, that's the thing I was going to ask is so is this like something like you had all of the lines like written out, like at the gate and you would do this one, put it, giving out parts and stuff, kind of like a play, I guess.
Yeah. The robot, the AI, I call her the guide is what I call her in the credits. Anyways, that's what I call her.
Okay.
Her name's Mackenzie. She I worked with her actually when I worked at Starbucks, and she's an actress. And I heard her voice in it, and she killed it. She did so well with it.
Yeah.
She really fits that AI type.
I can't believe you used a real voice. That's awesome. I thought it was a computer voice.
Yep, nope, it's a real actress.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could go either way with it. I was like, this could be a really good robot voice or a really good human doing a robot voice.
Yep.
So
there's a track later where I use a fake robot voice, and it was the best one I could find. But
yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is this is another character. We have two characters I think so far. Maybe we have the guy that was went down in his flyer onto the planet, ran into possibly the maze and the tree ring. I'm not sure. He doesn't say. I don't think, does he?
Are the tree ring and the maze the same thing?
They might be.
I'm just gonna ask. Scott.
Are they the same? What do you mean? They're the same thing.
I hear him referred to in the same breath sometimes, and it just makes me feel like
like a labyrinthian kind
of
thing.
like the tree rings are the labyrinth, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, and for me, so it was I think, and I've said what this meant before. So the tree rings, so there's a labyrinth, you know, the maze in a tree ring. As time goes on, trees get longer more rings.
Yeah, that's
so
the point.
As
Labyrinth
time goes
gets
on,
bigger.
the maze and the labyrinth expand. That was
it's
the
a living
metaphor
labyrinth
for the maze and the tree
I
ring.
like
so,
it.
see,
Yeah.
I said I wasn't going to give anything away, and the first question I get, I'm like, well, let me tell you.
Let me tell you all about the maze and the tree ring.
But I think
that's good.
I think
I like that.
There's great. You know, it really paints the picture of what you're trying to represent with that. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
But yeah, and he's finding this like portal / labyrinth thing. I don't know if it's a labyrinth type thing, but right now I'm thinking that it's either a portal to another world or another dimension or time travel, I guess.
I still stand it could be an illusion or like a simulation.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that could be something too. Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
I like
it. I've been thinking about multiverses a lot because of Marvel, so I'm all on the multiverse train.
Multiverse of madness.
Yeah, we got to mention Marvel at least once per episode, so that they can
for sure, man.
Maybe the algorithms or something will pick up on it, and they'll throw us on more YouTube lists. But yeah, you guys want to get into another track though?
Yeah.
We have the next track we got here is Immersion. And
I will say, sorry, that there is a music video for that first track. I wasn't here when you guys were discussing it, but there is a music video for Prologue. So.
Oh, okay. I saw the Oceans one, but yeah. Does did the music videos kind of follow the plot of the story, or are they individual? Okay.
Yep. The Free Flow video is just is more of a performance video, but everything else is to kind of follow the story.
Okay.
Consonance does a little bit of that too, but yeah. So
okay.
But this one for sure.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch them then, because I saw the Oceans one and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting something here.
I wish I could do a video for everyone for sure.
Yeah, this feels definitely like you have like a vision in mind as you are putting it together. You know, it's like you're seeing a movie that you want everyone else to see. Maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever do any video work, any video production or editing, stuff like that?
Yeah. I have a YouTube channel as well, but I do just like a music tech channel, type of thing, like gear and reviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was actually editing earlier today, but the ocean video, I edited most of those shots together. Kyle, the director, he really helped me get the look and stuff like that and all of that. But yeah, I was able to edit that together. That took a long time for sure. So I'm not amazing at it, but I do video editing as well. So
okay, cool. Yeah, it looks like there was a lot. Yeah, I've heard about how notoriously difficult filming shots underwater can be.
Yeah.
So because the light doesn't work the way that it normally does, and it's whole.
He had a really expensive camera and he put it in a fish tank. I went and bought a fish tank at PetSmart before, and then we were just at the surface, and he's got this multi-$1,000 camera just with that much room between the fish tank and the water, and just filming down. So it was pretty wild.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Took some risks for that. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have 3 music videos then for the album?
4 if you
4?
count the like the performance one.
Okay. Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Nice. And yeah, and you have and we should mention you have another album out after this.
I'm working on it now. Yeah, there's
you're working on it. Okay.
yeah, it's the music's finished. Just one setback after another right now. So I'm trying to do a lot for it. I'm trying to actually really release this in multiple ways and just a lot of stuff with it right now. So
is it going to be in any way connected to this one, or can you say, or is it going to be a new concept entirely?
There will be familiar voices.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave it up to the listener if they're the same characters or not.
Okay, good.
I know the answer.
All right.
I'm gonna leave it up to them.
All right. Yeah. I think that's a good teaser for it.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of voices, this track introduces like a lot of voices, and it is called Immersion. So we're gonna immerse ourselves right in that.
Next chapter starts.
I can't figure out how it's doing this. We feel you recommended. Good luck. We're always here to help you. Hello.
Holding on too tight.
Hello.
More open and
Yeah. So there's a lot of people talking to him in this part.
Yep.
We got the robot lady. That's I don't know if it's the same robot lady, but she's saying keep up the good work. Do you wish to proceed to the next step? Which to what John is saying could be the next level. If this is a video game situation. And then there's at the end of that part, there's like this. I think you only hear this. I believe you only hear this voice once. I could be wrong, but there's this robot dude or another dude that says "natural surrender" before the vocals come in. So
Yeah.
Want to
nice.
make sure to cover all the characters. Yeah.
Well, just remember. I'll say just remember the word you said.
Okay.
Or the phrase that he said.
Yes.
Because you'll hear it again.
Natural surrender. Yeah. I do get. I think the first thing that I started to get from, I guess, subtext in the album is there might be some therapy talk here, if that makes sense. Like it seems almost like if this is a video game or something, it's like a therapist droid or something, because it seems to be really concerned with first of all, staying positive and asking how they're doing, frequently. Like, yeah, it's like robot therapy.
Nice.
I don't know. What about you?
I like that.
You like that? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
that's awesome. I'm a fan.
What about you, John? Did you think? Did you get any robot therapy vibes in this one?
I mean, there's definitely something going on here. Like he's waking up, I mean, he's waking up and he's going into the next phase of something.
Yeah. And it's been 6 months? No. Does that not happen yet?
Not yet. Yeah, that's not yet.
No, that's not yet.
No, we haven't got to the time jump. No, sorry.
Yep.
But I like how it says next chapter starts, like, which is very like, it's kind of like on the nose, it's like telling you like we're at the next stage of this, as well as the like robot lady, they're telling you like.
Is he like going through his own brain here?
Maybe.
I don't know, man. This is just a very.
Were you on? Are you a fan of the Mars Volta at all?
Yeah, I don't. I've seen them 3 times, and I dug it for sure. But I never like really listened to them. But but I liked it for sure.
Well, they have an album, Deloused in the Comatorium, which is another album that this kind of reminds me of.
Okay.
Because there's what seems to be one character going through several realities, and yeah, it's not it's not like 100% clear where he is it and what times or whatever. It's left intentionally
Yeah.
vague enough. So I think that's a similar thing is happening here. Like he's I'm starting to think that maybe John's right with the video game thing going on, maybe, because
Yeah.
seems like there is a guide happening.
It's just the
the
thing
guide.
that really set me off to that is some of the noises that you got going on there. The like it just sounds like video game noise. I swear I hear a coin going in a slot.
Yeah.
And then they're asking questions and boop boop beep boop boop. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Are you
awesome.
a big gamer at all, or do you play?
I used to be when I was a kid, and then when I picked up guitar, I stopped playing video games.
Oh,
so
okay.
That was the switch.
Fair
That's
enough.
fair. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I know. So I still enjoy playing it, but yeah. It's guitar definitely took over my my life in high school for sure.
Yeah. And did you play keyboard and synth and all that back in high school as well?
No, I didn't. So, especially with this, I play quite a bit of keyboards. I took 2 years of it in college,
Okay.
but that was it. So, guitar is definitely my main instrument. I just I write. I can write more on key. I can play a lot of different stuff on guitar for sure. If you gave me, chord charts and stuff like that. If you gave me any stuff on keyboards, I'd be lost. So I can play my own stuff on keys, whereas guitar is my main instrument. So
yeah, from what I understand, the keyboard is the ultimate songwriting tool as far as just laying out the notes. Because the guitar is the next easiest probably because it does have that kind of structure to it, but it's also it's not it's not just flat out. But no. So yeah, any music people out there, get yourself a keyboard if you want to do some production.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of because you can do the most part. It's really easy to do a harmony, counter harmony on a piano. It's not as easy to do that on a guitar by yourself.
Visually, the keyboard I think is the easiest to understand and see. Guitar is a little bit weird how you can play the same notes on different strings and stuff like that. Just piano just makes the most sense on just the structure of it. So
yeah.
Actually, most of the new album was written almost all on keys. So I have a few guitar parts, but
yeah. So there's a lot of because it's each key has a string for a piano, so that's 6 strings. I don't know, 50 strings. It's perfect. But you want to make you guys want to move on to another track of this album?
Yeah.
Instrumental.
We have an instrumental ahead of us that is Wake and Walk, and I really enjoyed this one.
This seems to be one of the favorites.
Okay. And you were saying this is one of the favorites of people?
Yeah. Most people seem to really like this one.
Yeah. Is this one of your favorites, or is there? Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite tracks I've written.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite track on this album, or they kind of have a couple that are kind of special?
If I had to choose, I think Consonance would be my favorite one.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I was gonna ask, Scott.
That's solid.
What are your music what you grow up listening to the most? Because I'm hearing a lot of different influences on this album.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a little 80s, but I'm also hearing a little a little electronica from 2000s. A little dash of 90s in here. I'm just curious what you like really were listening to growing up a little bit.
So growing up, like the first music that the first band that I remember really loving was Linkin Park. Was one of my favorite ones
Me
when I was
too.
in high school. Yeah, dude, Hybrid Theory I listened to so much when I was younger. I actually used to listen before that. I used to listen to a lot of rap, but just because I wasn't allowed to, So
Right,
I had
naturally.
Yes.
yeah, I had like a friend go out and buy me, Eminem's first 2 albums because I wasn't allowed to listen to those, type of thing, which I still love, which I still really liked. But Linkin Park was like the first band that I really loved, and then Nirvana was the next band that I really got into.
Okay. Okay.
So as I was, like the most impressionable time, when I was younger and when I was playing guitar, and I would learn every song by them, So Linkin Park, Nirvana, Green Day, System of a Down. I listened to a ton of System of a Down when I was younger.
Yeah.
Tool,
That's
of
good
course,
stuff.
Tool still to this day. I think now, then I started getting into, do you guys know Nightwish and like Tristania, Epica, stuff like that? There's like symphonic metal bands. So they're usually
Symphonic
Europe
metal.
based.
And I know
So
symphonic metal. I'm just not too familiar with a lot of the groups.
Yeah. But
yeah.
that's what kind of got me into more of an orchestral type of sound. So Nightwish for sure was like the big one.
Yeah.
Because they, it's metal with like opera-ish type vocals and orchestra and stuff like that all mixed together. So
would Opeth be in that category?
Opeth was a huge band for me, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
for
probably
sure.
my big connection with that. Yeah. Opeth. Yeah.
No, so I wouldn't. They don't. Nightwish and Opeth definitely sound very different, but Opeth was huge for me. And when I went and saw Opeth for their Damnation tour, man, that was 2003. Porcupine Tree opened for them, and that became probably my favorite band, one of my favorite bands of all time. So that was a really big one for me.
Yeah, so music's always been a really big part of your life, it seems.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah. But I did, so like starting off with kind of more, System of a Down, Linkin Park, Green Day, kind of more, more pop-ish, type of thing. But then I got into more of the, which is fine. I like a good pop song. I actually fucking love Katy Perry. So, still to this day. So I like
every
a
now
lot
and
of
again there's like a hit. There's like
stuff.
Oh, dude, that's good music.
Yeah. So it's, I like a good variety of music, but then starting to get into the more experimental stuff. I think Tool really opened that door for me to just, find other bands like that. There's another band called Dog Fashion Disco that I love. They did like a side project called Polka Dot Cadaver, which I loved even more.
Oh, I like that name.
They're pretty weird, so they're a lot of fun. So
yeah.
So yeah,
had a very similar. The beginning of your musical journey was very similar to mine, honestly, because
Nice.
I started Linkin Park and then I got into a pop punk band. So
Nice,
but it was Blink-182 rather than Green Day.
Nice,
So
yeah,
I went
yeah.
the poppier
But
route.
that's
poppier
all
one.
in that same vein, so that's all good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was Offspring and Green Day. Those were my two.
Yeah.
I think you were
Offspring.
either a
Yep.
Green Day kid or a Blink-182 kid. I think at that point.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
love
mean?
both of them for sure, but I
Yeah.
definitely gravitated more towards Green Day and Offspring in my youth. So
Yeah,
That's awesome,
I
man.
gravitated towards.
Self-esteem is like my anthem.
yep.
Yeah,
The Americana
yeah.
album and original. What was it? Original Prankster was the name of the album. I can't remember. But yeah,
I
that
think
was one
so.
that had that on there. Those were the two that I really liked.
Yeah. No, that was a good
Awesome.
time for pop punk people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
The golden years for pop punk.
Mhm. Yep.
But
Most
before
definitely.
before the emo happened,
Yeah. I liked some of the emo for
I
sure.
liked
Like,
me
like-
too.
yeah.
Me too. I have a special place.
We're
in my
not
heart for
downing the
certain-
emo here,
but-
Scott. We're just
I was like, yeah.
we put together quite a timeline
you-
of music ourselves here at this point.
I was gonna say, do
Yeah,
you think
I
it's
bet.
weird that people call they call like a lot of the emo stuff back then pop punk, like a flat pop punk. They call a lot of like My Chemical Romance and like The Used and like
Yeah.
I
It's
would have never
interesting
thought of them as pop punk back then, but
Yeah. Well, it's interesting how it like evolved. Like it was like
Yeah.
the pop punk thing that evolved into the emo thing, that evolved into kind of like the emo screamo thing, like a hardcore, whatever you want to call it, type of thing. So it's been interesting to watch the
and then post-hardcore after all that. And then I think that was probably the end of that. But
So, anyways, thank you very much for that.
That's the history of emo. In case you were wondering, John. This track though, I think really Wake and Walk that we were just listening to really hammers home the robot therapy idea to me, because like it seems like after talking like how are you doing, inquiring about this person's well-being, then there's this really like just
it's definitely explains the skip in the next track. Like this is the skip. This is whatever they're doing to his brain right now. This is what's happening.
It doesn't sound bad.
This is the nice, easy elevator music his brain gets to listen to.
Yeah. It's very very pleasing.
Nice. Yeah, I think you guys are on the right track, or at least the track of what I had in mind. So.
Good. But this album, like it definitely, like I said, you have a vision, and hopefully people can see bits and pieces of that as they listen along.
Yeah, definitely more of a positive track for sure.
Yeah.
Like
you ever hear any Mogwai?
Yeah. I'm not a lot, but totally.
This reminds me of just one particular song by them, the Sun Smells Too Loud. It's an instrumental track, and it's it just feels like sunshine. You know what I mean? It just feels happy. Yeah. It's just very, it captures that feeling very well.
Nice. I like it.
But you want to get on to Ellipsis. We have another, we have some more exposition in this track. We got some more information for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So here is Ellipsis.
We need your location, 236. Please transmit your coordinates. Off to a great start. Keep up the good work. We're having some issues with your transmitter.
Yeah. So we finally hear from the 236's buddy on the satellite or on the other ship or something. The base guy.
I feel like he's getting this message after a long time, though. I don't think he's getting this message like. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because it does start with the robot lady saying time elapsed 6 months, 14 days, 257 minutes. Oh, and 35 seconds.
And 35 seconds, yeah.
Yes.
Can't forget those seconds.
Made sure to get all the numbers down. I'm a numbers guy. I did note, being a numbers guy, I did notice that the number here is 236. And the guy that discovered the thing was calling himself AE 762.
AU 472, yeah.
AU 472. Sorry, 472.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if this is the same guy or if this is a different name for the same guy. But
you are the first person to notice the numbers, so I'm glad to hear that.
I love I when I hear numbers, man, I need to know, like, especially in this way, like they're like their names in this.
Nice.
Which is significant, I think. It's always significant when people are numbered in a story. It's usually not a good sign, like I said, man, I like to leave it a mystery, but there's more to the numbers included in this that give other clues throughout it. Maybe if you put the numbers into a theorem, you can find out how many tree rings there are and how to get through the maze. I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, it'll be like that Iron Man 2 sequence where he just like creates a new element because he looked at a picture that his dad gave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got more Marvel in. So we got more Marvel in for the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah. The algorithm is gonna look highly on this. We'll be good.
There you go.
But it seems like there's a problem though. He's there's some kind of glitch. The guy's saying, but he seems like
what if the glitch was when he fell asleep? I don't know.
Like he seems like he's not too, the guy on the radio seems like he's not too worried. He seems like I don't know. I
gotta know how old the message is to know how I feel about how worried he is though.
So let's
if it's
say
an
the
old
robot
message, then it's whatever. If it's a new message, well then somebody's in on something. I don't know.
Maybe I'm gonna say probably old message. I'm probably like the lack of urgency.
Lack
maybe.
of concern is what makes me think it's an old message.
Yeah. He's
I'm
just
glad
like
to
return
hear
to
that-
base. It'll be cool, you know.
Good. I'm glad to hear that came off because when I was Justin, the guy who did the voice of that character, I told him, because first he delivered it, just reading the script like a concern thing. I was like, bring it back. So I'm glad that came off.
That's how I felt when I heard it. It did not sound like a get back to base. It sounded like
Well, I mean,
it looks like you're looking at the right stuff here. Maybe it's time to pull back a little bit.
Yeah,
we'll send somebody else out. You did your job. That's what it feels like to me. It's why it feels like an old message.
The first time I heard it, though, I didn't think that. The first time I heard it, I was just like, okay.
No, I got the tone of it. Right off the bat.
Yeah.
The way that he delivers.
When we were listening to it tonight, that's what the tone I got was that none of this was serious. This just, hey, come back here. We'll talk to you. We'll send someone out with some better hardware.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The way he delivered that I liked that he delivered. Keep up the good work. Like I don't give a shit. Keep up the good work.
That's the part that makes you be like, wait. What?
Like just
well,
like
that was the part that finished it for me. That's Hey, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, see, because I was like, well, maybe he's one of the robots. The robot's really positive. I don't know. But at the end of the track, the robot lady says, "The armchair critic," and then we get this next track, which is one of my favorite of this album. I think
this is the one that has done the best on Spotify. If I've looked at my analytics, it's been a while since I have, but
I think it. I don't think it is doing the best, but I think it should be.
Yeah, or at least as far as
it might be maybe
numbers,
the YouTube one is higher. But
not the plays, but the number of people who have saved it to a playlist.
Oh,
so people's favorites. So it's not the most played one, but the one that people have responded to the best.
That's what gets me sometimes with Spotify. It's like, wait, why is this one the most played, or why is this one the least played? I don't understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't understand it myself.
Yeah, this one, I can see why it's on list though. It's a banger. So this is Taste.
Listen to my words. I know what is best. Knowledge comes from taste. Keep moving, no rest.
Oh, see, those are brainwashing words. Those are brainwashing words. So bad. Just.
Listen to my words. I know what is best. Knowledge. I like knowledge.
And the way they
taste.
say it. That is definitely like Seven Dwarves, ho hum, keep working.
Nice.
Jeepers, criminy.
Yeah. It is, it is. This does get kind of sinister in this track.
Almost.
It's what?
It does get kind of sinister in this track.
Yeah. Compared
bit psychotic.
to what we heard.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad because I think that for a while I thought that I was I made this album too abstract. But it's cool to hear you guys explain it. And it's like, okay, cool. People understood the cynicism of this one, the negative, type of thing, especially compared to what we heard just 2 tracks ago,
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Like this is it's bringing a new element. Like there's this kind of seems like there's a it's like a prison planet thing going on, or like some kind of I don't know if it's just a prison planet or just like a really extreme like team, and the captain's just refers to them
No,
by
this is
number.
there's definitely some brainwashing stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, listen to this. Yield us some amazing results. 18, I need you to condition the pipings again.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, number 36, please check around the perimeter. Like this, she's talking to a team of people that are conditioned to do whatever she says.
Yeah, or at
No,
least, yeah. She says this in a way that makes me think that no one is going to be, going against her on that.
Nope.
You know, like she's in power here. She's definitely the one in charge here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And everyone being named a number is probably the reason I think it's a prison planet situation. You know, plus it's a great trope for sci-fi. It's a fun set piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, I was working with a animator to do a animated video for this one. I really wanted like a, creepy Tool, not as in depth as a Tool video, but I had I was really bummed that it didn't work out because the script for it was really captured the story and the idea behind it, and the outro part of it. As I was writing out what I wanted for it, it creeped me the hell out. Like it really messed with me. Like what I wrote, like it wasn't like in your face disturbing, but it was disturbing enough that it was like, oh my God, type of thing. Because it's a pretty dark song, but it was or sinister song is a good way to word it. But I really wish I was able to do that video because it was pretty cool and it was pretty dark for sure.
Yeah. No, that would have been. I think it would have been. Yeah, a great video for sure. Like it really paints a picture.
I really like how it paints a picture of the devils of capitalism here.
Yeah.
Seek profits, no burden. The end result is what I want.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful language. Beautiful language.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Nice.
I definitely got some possible like subtext of like being a worker or something too. Being like a drone in a factory kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Brainwashing.
There's one. I'll give you a clue that there's one more element about the female character, like the boss or whatever you want to call her.
Yeah.
There's something else about her, like if you notice the language that she uses.
Yeah, something going on with her
about what she assigns and what she does and stuff like that. That was, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll leave that in. I'll give that clue. I'll leave little sprinkles of clues.
Yeah.
Gotta be thinking more about her, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first thought is Eve, but I don't have a Bible in front of me, so I can't corroborate numbers to verses.
She's not Eve.
I don't know if you're a Bible guy, but she does say keep up the good work here, though, which is kind of similar to that robot lady before. There's a lot of, I don't know if this is what you would call toxic positivity, but it's possible that there's some toxic positivity happening coming from the antagonists.
The
from
wrong
the story.
kind of work encouragement is what I call it.
Yeah. It's like encouragement without any respect for the workers' well-being or something. Just.
Yeah. That was in the video, the very outro where it says "keep up the good work," and then it malfunctions. It was supposed to be just like a loudspeaker. So she wasn't even saying it anymore.
That was
very Pink Floyd.
Different lady.
Very Pink Floyd.
Totally the Wall. I'm surprised you guys haven't said the Wall yet because I usually get that one as well. So
we did the Wall. Again, look back in our records. We covered the Wall part 1, part 2.
Yeah, I think the problem is now we've done so many vast weird concepts now that like the wall isn't the first one we go to anymore.
Even though it was the first one we all
used to be. That's
describe the album.
We used to explain the podcast like, oh yeah, you've heard of the wall, right? That's a concept album.
Yeah, everyone's heard it. Yeah. For sure. I to be fair, I definitely think The Wall was an influence on this for sure. It was kind of, I didn't go in writing The Wall, but it was like, I kind of want to do something more, it's not really modern, but, a more modern Wall type of idea. So,
yeah, there's
still one of
some
the best
similar
concerts I've
themes
ever
happening,
seen,
I think. Yeah. Because there's a lot of like therapy stuff in The Wall, self, growth of the self and stuff like that. As well as going into someone's darker psychology and stuff. So yeah. I could see that.
I will say, when I was coming up with the story for this, reading what The Wall was about, what Roger Waters wrote The Wall about. I mean, for part of it, he wrote about it a lot. It gave me an idea that I wanted to write something that was kind of almost opposite of that, about his idea. Not quite, and the story evolved from there. But that was one of the things. That kind of
that's awesome.
Changed it, yeah. So,
okay,
but I mean, it definitely evolved from there for sure.
Yeah,
but it did give some ideas of.
Well, that's one of the great things about recreating is that you don't have to recreate The Wall.
Yeah.
But hey, if The Wall helped inspire you to create something beautiful, hey.
Yeah,
amazing in itself.
Yeah. I have a theory as to what you mean, but I'm going to save it for the end, I think.
Okay, right on.
But do you want to do one or two more tracks? I think it's almost been an hour at this point.
Yeah.
Here is Cellophane Blindfold.
Test for this or something? I don't know what else I can tell them that I haven't already. I told you they needed my help. What? That must have happened sometime after I left. Why aren't you talking to them then? But they're lying. I wasn't a part of that. I was there at the wrong place at the wrong time.
My story cannot be wrong.
Yeah, Cellophane Blindfold.
This is another usual favorite one as well.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go into like everything about the song, I want to say I really like that last line that we just listened to in the clip. Very 60s of you guys. It's very cool.
Nice.
I really like the echoes, the way you guys did the lyrics on that, the vocals.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That was my old singer, actually, from Glass Delirium. Who sang the female vocal parts on that one. So I loved. She's a great singer. So
yeah.
Obviously, we're not a band. Glass Delirium's not a band anymore. But yeah, she was a lot of fun to work with for sure.
Was that some more? Was that also like symphonic rock? That other band?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say her voice would really lend itself to. That. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, she's a great singer.
Yeah, and that kind of I wrote down for this song Astronaut Blues. That was my secondary name for this because it feels like a almost like a gumshoe astronaut dude that's like and kind of in a loungy bluesy kind of setting, just imagine smoking his space cigar and getting his space beer.
Nice. Cool.
But I'll admit that those vocals again, you picked a really nice clip, Brad, because like those vocals get very real, like with even like with the clarity of it. You don't feel like this is coming over recording. Like you really feel like this is live and today. Like he's talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is the part where it does get like a little confusing for me as far as what character I'm following, because like I'm not sure who this character is yet. I think that it could be the AE, what was it, 672 or 472?
472, yeah.
472.
472, the voice, it's actually my voice. I'm the actor
Oh,
on that
okay.
one. I never planned on being the actor. I did it as a demo. I just laid down the parts as a demo on that very first track to show people, to show the other actors what I was going for.
What you wanted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And every time I showed them, I was like, I'm not going to leave this. This is just a demo. And they were like, no, you should leave that. It sounds good. So I just kept my voice as one of the characters. So
Okay.
you do hear, so my voice, you hear different times in the song. That represents my character.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's must be some time has passed, maybe, is what I'm thinking with this character. Like, he is, I don't know, in whatever world he discovered with the portal, and he's used to it now or something. It's just like normal everyday life. He's in this either simulation or robot therapy or what have you. But yeah, he seems like he's not really enjoying it, what he's in, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like he really broke some reality for these people, and they don't appreciate it, but he did it anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that he like what? He
I was
gave
in
these
the
guys
wrong place,
some
the
blue
wrong
pills?
time. That definitely, yeah.
Or red pills? Which one's the pill?
Yeah,
Whichever pill. But okay, so you're thinking that he's like kind of affecting the other prisoners or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
This is why I wish I had because the idea that I had for like videos for this, I had this track, the previous track, Taste, and the next track. They are kind of all of one movement. I'll give you that.
Okay.
They're kind of connected.
Okay.
It's like one group of one part of the song.
So,
one part of the album.
Yeah, that being what? Taste, and then Cellophane Blindfold, and then Asymptote would be the last, right?
Yeah.
Of those three? Yeah, okay.
Of like the trilogy, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, and I like that they're setting up another. I said they, like you're not here. I like that you're setting up. There's this other aspect to the character where he's been framed. It's your kind of classic Gumshoe thing where the dude's gotta go clear his own name or something potentially. Like it's it's. Yeah. I know
that
you keep saying
explains the next part.
Oh, does it? Oh,
which next part?
You just explained, like, if he's being framed, that explains the next song. Then.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
To me, that explains the next song. Then.
Okay. So
and why he can't get away.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This next song is. We might as well just get into it. This next song is.
We'll give a shout out to the voice actor Greg Stone, who is a DJ here in Colorado. He's a well-known radio DJ.
Nice.
His voice is just perfect for that role. He did like
he really brings
wanted like a Sin City type of thing. He definitely sounded like Mickey Rourke's character in Sin City.
Yeah.
So yeah, he absolutely killed it, and he is on the next album. So
nice.
He was able to come back and do the next album.
Strong voice for that. Yeah, I see why he's on the radio.
Yep. Yeah.
He are you a fan of The Expanse?
I don't know what that is.
The show The Expanse.
I've never heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, there's a character that this vaguely reminds me of from The Expanse, who's like he's a gumshoe in space.
Okay.
And he does these kind of monologues to himself and stuff,
Okay, nice.
But yeah. Another character I was thinking was maybe like a little bit Rorschach, a little bit in the delivery.
Nice.
But yeah.
Cool.
It's he does a great job bringing you to the world. But yeah, you guys want to get on to Asymptote?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, here is Asymptote. Now you got me thinking, John.
See, I'm telling you, like, okay, so he's running away, and it's telling him how far away he is from his destination, but he's never getting farther away from his destination. It really feels like he's driving in a car that's being controlled by the other side, and now, like, that's why he's not getting away.
Yeah. Maybe it is maybe it's being controlled by the robot lady or something. She's just
all of a sudden he's down to like 0.6 gallons of gas at the end of the song. I mean, the whole thing.
There's definitely numbers to
See,
give the.
Yeah,
it's those numbers right there. Like I was reading those numbers. He never gets farther away.
Well, you know,
like and then.
I was saying I didn't actually do the math this time because I was like, I'm going to trust that the math is right here. So I didn't actually like check.
I did the math to make sure that the math was. Yeah, I made sure.
Okay, cool.
So
yeah. That's the kind of thing that
you'll notice something.
I usually do, but
yeah.
Didn't
You'll notice a pattern with when the GPS lady says, and that was a robot voice, by the way. That one's not a real actor.
Okay.
So. But that one, you'll find a pattern with each number that she says. So, or you'll see something about it. So,
okay.
And it's also the song title.
I was about to say, I do know, I think, what it is, but I'm not going to spoil it for the listener. I did look up Asymptote before all this, and I did learn it back in college days.
Yeah.
So I think I know exactly what this song is talking about, but I'm going to leave it for the math nerds out there to figure out. It's going to be your little fun secret for what the numbers mean in this one.
Yeah, I think if you look it up, if you look up what asymptote means, you'll definitely figure out.
You'll start to figure it out. But I think it was what class was that I finally we talked about that. That was, I think, trigonometry. That comes up in. So if you've done trigonometry, you've heard of this probably long ago, maybe. But it's a thing.
Yep.
But you guys want to get on to the track Spiral?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is it's not quite a titular track, but it is close to that. It's
like an interlude,
it's close to the name of the group. So here is Spiral.
Congratulations. Your dedication has been noted and documented. How are you feeling today? We will add that to your file. We're always here to help you. Do you wish to proceed to the next step? Thank you. Scan fingerprints to verify and complete now.
All right. So we're kind of back to the robot lady with the robot therapy again.
Feels like we're back in real life here.
Yeah.
You know,
real life.
Oh, well, I keep hearing boop, boop. He's pushing buttons, you know. He's not doing much.
That's right.
He's laying on something.
Yeah, the robot voice is always asking this guy things, and then you hear him pressing buttons, but this particular character doesn't seem to talk much. So, which is like part of the weird parts is like, so is he just an observer of all this? Like,
I like hearing all the theories, man.
yeah. Is this 472? Like, is this 236? Is this who is this? But
listen to the. There's a clue in there. She says it.
It's another number, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 944. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. 944.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I guess it's got to be a different guy. So unless he's somehow hacked someone else's chip, or you're allowed to change numbers. I don't know. Maybe you are, but you do have to scan your fingerprints. So who knows?
Yeah,
there's a multi-level security access in this facility.
Yeah.
So
there's a pattern with the numbers. So I'll give you that. Yep.
Yeah. Once I get off the mic here, I'm definitely going to be creating a board back here.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Perfect.
Draw some connections.
Nice.
But yeah, I like the way that this kind of brings it back though to kind of what you were getting before in the album. Like you had your kind of like 3 tracks here, like you were saying, kind of go together. And then, this one kind of immediately brings you back.
Simulation's over. Welcome back.
Yeah, I guess back to what your theory, John. So that means those tracks were like a simulation of being like
something.
A gumshoe kind of, it's like that's part of the therapies, like doing a gumshoe mystery. That's another wild speculation, but
you guys bringing it back to the days of Carmen Sandiego on the disc.
I used to play that all the time. Yeah. You guys are on the right track, for sure. For mine, again, there's no wrong answer in my opinion for interpretation, but for what I was thinking, you guys are on the right track.
Well, what I was originally thinking is that this was a different universe or reality entirely. So I think it can fit with what you're saying, John. So because virtual reality is kind of reality.
There you go.
It's it's not one that involves magic or
Rick and Morty will assert that.
That's true. Yeah. The multiverse. There's all sorts of places. While we're on Spiral though, let's talk about your band name. Why Spiral Cell? Is there a influence about that you can talk about?
Yeah, I wanted to play on words, so I actually named this song Spiral before I came up with Spiral Cell. I didn't have the name of the project yet. But I liked Spiral. I liked the word, so I wanted to do something with it. So to me, Spiral Cell, it's a play on words. So there's 2 types of spirals. There's a spiral that just goes like this, doesn't really move, so like a pinwheel or something like that, and spirals. Or there's the golden spiral, that expands.
The golden ratio.
Yeah, golden ratio spiral. So there's 2 different spirals, and then cell could either be a cell like a prison cell or a cell like it's an organism, like part of your body. So so a spiral cell could either be like the pinwheel that doesn't move around, like so a spiral stuck in a cell, like a prison cell, or the golden ratio cell that expands. It's a part of, you or your body or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a play on words, or it could be a mixture of the 2. So that's what spiral cell.
That's really cool.
What I meant. Thanks.
I'm glad it has such a specific meaning. There's some bands that they just throw a couple words at the wall and they're like, all right, that's us.
Blink 182. Yep.
Yes. Exactly. Green Day was meant to day where you smoke a lot of pot, apparently. So, there was just some bands where it's not that deep. But I saw Spiral here. I was like, all right, maybe there's a story here or something. But you guys want to get on to Consonants? You said you really this is one of your favorites, right?
It's probably my favorite track on the album.
Yeah.
It's usually what I close with live. If I don't do the entire album start to finish, like if I have a shorter set, because a full show is an hour, if I do a shorter set, like 45 or a half hour, I always close with this one. So
Okay. Nice. So if you go and see Spiral Cell live, look forward to this one. This is Consonants.
Till they're surreal and free, each dream harmonized, light up the sky without asking why.
Kind of brings me back a little bit to, I want to say the first track a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Kind of similar feel to it.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I like
this one definitely feels like it's like a task, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, welcome to the Coalesce. You may each open one folder. You have unlimited trading. Now the tether, that's a new thing. The tether.
It will and if you cut your tether, you'll be disqualified. One, all, or none may pass. That's very interesting phrasing right there.
Yeah.
That's saying you can all do it as a group. One of you can cut away and do it alone, or all of y'all just
Yeah.
go
So
down
like
the
if two
tube
people do it, no good.
no good.
If 5 out of 5 do it, good.
Good.
1 guy out of 5, good.
Good.
3 out of 5, no good.
No good.
Yeah. A lot of math for you guys today. Are you a big math guy? Like, are you good at math in general?
Man, it's been a while since I've really done it. But when I was a kid, I actually really loved math. So
Okay. Yeah.
that was one of my favorite ones for sure.
Yeah, I'm one of the few people that love math as well. It's
Yeah. It ties into music a lot for sure. There's a lot of math and patterns in music and stuff. So
definitely. Yeah.
So,
Plus, if we ever communicate with some other species, we're gonna need the math. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be important.
Yeah.
But they go on to list a bunch of these riddles. Not really riddles as much as like logic problems that the participants have to do. So, I guess this is like a mini game for the convicts or something. I don't know.
There is a similar answer to each riddle. I'll give you that.
Oh, okay. You ever read The Dark Tower?
Mm-mm.
Okay. There's a lot of riddles in The Dark Tower. It's a
Is there?
Stephen King series.
Yeah.
It's just on the mind, but
Gotcha.
yeah. Okay. Interesting. When you can't speak, when you can't hear. Ah, man, like I've definitely like seen each of these like logic puzzles, but I don't recall the result.
Yeah.
So again, I got some homework with this episode, but
All right, good.
yeah. But yeah, tethered, surreal, and free. Each dream harmonized. Light up the sky without asking why.
It really seems like it's supposed to be done by teamwork, or you do it by yourself and then you're better than the team. Like that's kind of the absolutions that this game is creating,
Yeah.
And it prefers teamwork, but every once in a while you get the star, I guess. That's human society.
Yeah. It's they're cool with either of those things. And I think that the fact that it says congratulations to those that have passed, you may remove your tethers now, probably means that they harmonize and work together like it kind of suggests.
That seems like I would agree with that.
Yeah. It seems like there's a positive outcome here. Because it gets onto this next track, Free Flow, which is another very very, very positive, mostly positive track, I think.
Yeah. And I'd say these two are connected, so that leads into Free Flow. That intro, that outro of Constance leads in to the intro of Free Flow, in my opinion. So.
Okay. Yeah.
I will say for this one, during this conversation, you guys nailed it. At some point, you guys nailed it. I'm not going to tell you when, but you nailed it. So.
All right. Good.
All right.
Good.
I'll give you that much.
I'll figure it out on my second listen through when I'm editing.
There you
this.
go.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh,
so, yeah,
Eureka.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend like I did it just so I have a big head,
Oh yeah, no.
There you go.
But you're saying your wife is on this next track?
Yep, she's the female vocals on this one.
Okay, cool. All the female vocals, like the beginning and end.
No, just on this one. Mm-hmm. So first one was
She's the
So
even
vocals-
more real lady, bro.
Okay, so the vocals
Yeah.
near the end are for the Ocean song.
Wait, which one for Ocean?
There's like never mind. I thought that was. I maybe just recorded this weird. I thought the vocals. I thought there was vocals at the end of this song, but I think they were actually at the beginning of the Oceans song.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this is Free Flow, and yeah, here's what I picked.
When the empty glass is shattered, when the memories dissolve, when an unknown portal takes you closer to the core.
Yeah. So that's your wife there.
That's my wife. Yep. On
Cool.
the
You guys
vocals,
got some
Yeah,
very nice
yeah.
harmonies together, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going for. Do you guys know the Civil Wars? Did you know them?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
That's
they
what
did-
you were going.
That's
Very
well,
nice.
that's what because like I love
Very
that
good,
sound.
very good work. Very
I
good
love
work.
that. I love their harmonies. They're so
Yeah.
good. So I wanted like that male female type harmony, you know, from like
Yeah.
that Barton Harlow
No,
song. I know is one of their big songs, but I love that song. I think it's so well written.
I clap for you, my friend. That's
Thanks,
very
man.
good work. That's
appreciate
what I
it.
was.
It's
I've heard the Civil
you don't
Wars
get
a lot.
you don't
Actually,
get like
that's
great.
what I was listening to.
You don't
Thanks,
get great male and female vocals together too often. You know,
Yeah.
and it's
Uh,
really great when it comes together.
Oh yeah. No, I love the style of male and female vocals together. So it's that, and that's why. So on each part. So even
Yeah.
on like the Cellophane Blindfold one, there was me and Michelle is her name. And the first one, it was me and Ronit is her name.
Yeah.
So I really like that sound of male and female harmonies together. So
Oh,
for
cool.
sure.
Yeah. I'm glad that
Yeah.
you put that at the forefront because it really. Yeah, I also really enjoy it when I hear it. Like whenever there's a random band that does that, I'm like, yes, I hope that you stick around for a bit. But yeah, and like Damien Rice was my go-to in my college days because
Nice.
beautiful vocals together.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But
So thank you.
yeah. Yeah, I would say there's another very positive track, like I was saying, kind of getting into that more of that kind of therapy. I think free flow, letting go, release and absorb, evolve naturally. Like a lot of really positive, affirming things without sounding like all sinister, like the therapy box.
Well, I was
before.
gonna say too, Brad. I really like the very 60s kind of folk music that, or like the folk kind of sound you guys have on this song. That's kind of the way you guys are singing. That's kind of the way you guys sound.
Mhm.
Thanks.
It's
man.
very nice. Really like brings the song together. Really
Yeah.
leads very well into the next Ocean song as well. Actually, in my
Thank
opinion.
you. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say I like that transition as well. I think like kind of these three songs kind of blend, like Free Flow, the one before it, and Oceans. I think kind of blend together very well.
Yeah. Thank you. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah.
goal to get the album to flow. So
Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate it.
I think the things are in the right spots.
Yeah.
And who's the other? Is there another guy in this one?
There's
too?
3 new voices in this one. My
Okay.
wife actually does the character at the very beginning,
Yeah.
of it. Who's the next one? The next one, actually, so my old band, Tattooed Strings,
Yeah.
we had 2 guys. It was kind of like a Linkin Park type of thing. So we had like the rapper
Okay.
guy and then the singer.
Nice.
The
nice.
rapper guy was one. It says one of the lines, and then we had 2 different singers. The second singer that we had does another line, and
Yeah.
then the outro line is done by my longtime friend Mary. So these are all different or new characters and new voices that you hadn't heard before.
Okay.
So, or well,
Yeah.
you might. I mean, kind of. Yeah. You'll. I don't
Yeah.
know.
If
You have heard them before, but
Yeah.
But-
Especially if you're following Scott's career as closely as I know you are, listening to this.
You've heard their voices before on the album, but in kind of a different way. But this is your first time like really seeing these characters. So
Yeah, that's okay. Then I think that kind of answers what I had in my head about this. Because I was thinking this does it seems like the natural version of a previous track. It seems like the I don't know, actual therapeutic version of I think Immersion is the one I'm thinking of. Or wait, no. No, it is Immersion.
Immersion, yeah. So you've heard the character, you've heard them saying these lines in Immersion before, but that's more of a clue for Immersion than anything. So I'll give you that. That's more of a clue of what Immersion is about. That now you're hearing these voices for the first time, like the first real time. So
Okay,
if that makes any sense.
The song really
I
feels
was
like
following.
it's like a meditation.
What?
Yeah.
The song to me feels like it's like a meditation, like relax.
That's the right
word.
Like
you can't like hope you don't take the thing that's sticking too tight up your butthole kind of thing.
Yeah.
Really, really, really feel the world around you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Let go. Relax. Just chill out.
Yeah.
So that's the way the seed will grow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the next track we have is Ocean.
You guys are pretty I'll give you guys a clue on that one. You guys are on the right track for sure for that one. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing great, John. I think we're doing it. I think we're doing all right this time. All right. Well, this is Ocean. Here we go.
If I were to stay, drift the waves today, find serenity. If I were to take the voices helping.
Yeah. I like so have you got this before that your vocals sound a little bit like Mark Hoppus, but when he's singing like lower?
That's really funny because in our 90s band we do I Miss You, but and I do Mark's part, and then my other singer who's got a way higher voice does Tom DeLonge's part. So that's
Nice.
That's funny that you mentioned that. Yeah,
I was
that
Mark
before.
Hoppus in my band, so
Yeah, nice.
yeah. I
Yeah.
sung a lot of those too.
Well, and then so we do all the small things, and we also do What's My Age Again. Tony sings all the small things like Tom does. I sing What's My Age Again like Mark does. So yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that because I've never heard that, but it is funny because anytime that we do it's a 90s cover band, anytime we do a Blink-182 song, I always end up singing Mark's parts. So that's really
you
funny.
default to the Mark Hoppus.
Yeah.
That's I think part of the reason that I always appreciated Mark Hoppus is like, oh, he kind of sounds like me.
Nice. Yeah. I like his voice, man. I really like his voice.
Yeah. Me too. I think that that Blink-182 from that period was pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we were all super sad when they went on their hiatus.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah.
But so I guess.
Yeah, I think that this one is continuing the kind of message from before of meditation and kind of therapeutic, drifting into the waves. Wait, if I were to stay, drift the waves today, I would find serenity. Yeah. Oh, there is this part here. Don't you see where you're going? A straight path doesn't find me. Hold on. Wasn't there another?
Yeah.
Time and again, point A to B. Path that is built one stone at a time.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Kind of
Okay.
finding your place on the path, even though you know you're still lost, baby.
I guess. Yeah.
I'm getting
But there is a previous line in here that connects to this, I think. Yeah.
I guess I never realized that. Yeah.
Again, it makes me think that if you find out and you zoom out of this, you'll find your own picture that is maybe some kind of graph of some kind.
Your own pixelated picture.
Yes.
Nice. I think in the music video, I tried getting just the feel of it more so than anything. We didn't go in with like a narrative. Kyle, the director, had the idea of like the two like mermaid type girls, type of thing.
Yeah.
And me playing like instruments underwater, just to fit the vibe of ocean. But we didn't really have a script going into it. We just kind of had the ideas that we wanted to portray with it, and so we went with that. So that is represented in the music video. So
yeah, I think that I think that maybe this is like misleadingly positive. I think that this is maybe like with the music video, like okay, with the mermaid stuff in the music video, it's positive therapeutic, but he's also being dragged down and his instruments are being taken from him, and
nice.
Yeah, he's it's kind of more of a difference in mood in the music video, because the music video, it's like visually something sinister is happening, but audibly it's this. So yeah,
nice, man. Very nice. No,
yeah. So I think that maybe I don't know. Maybe this is not what he wants. Maybe tranquility is death. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It seems a little suspect,
or maybe
because
it's both,
there's like, if I didn't know if it was like if I just heard the song without the rest of the album, probably wouldn't think that at all. You know what I mean?
He might be in his head. He might be in his head.
Maybe you think maybe it's in his head rather than
of his brain,
rather than the virtual reality thing. Could be. Could be him going through various times in his life, that led up to this moment. Who knows? But it could be a dark situation where there's multiple versions of the same character in one timeline.
Very, very
and then
Rick and Morty.
You don't know who's who.
Yes.
Yeah. Or Rick and Morty for if you haven't seen Dark. But
for what?
If you haven't seen Dark, Rick and Morty. Dark's a German Netflix show.
No, I was about to say, we love Dark. Dark was amazing. One of the best shows ever.
Oh,
I thought,
dude, it is. It really is.
It was, I'm not going to spoil anything, but one of the most satisfying endings ever. I think.
Yes.
It didn't feel forced.
Honestly, if you want to be back, I have a podcast about Dark.
He does.
Really?
And we haven't done season 3 yet. So
you haven't watched season 3 yet?
Well, I've watched season 3, but we haven't done the episodes for it. We're doing a spoiler-free review, basically. So
gotcha.
Yeah,
I need to rewatch it again, because we watched the first one, and then we watched the second one, and then we rewatched those when the third one came out. But I need to rewatch season 3 again. But so good, one of the best shows.
So good, yeah.
I hope that gets more recognition, because it's, I think it's like, it needs to be like the level of like 2001: Space Odyssey.
Well, that's why I didn't ask initially, because I was like, no one ever seems to have seen Dark when I asked them, so I'm not even going to ask.
One of the best shows I've ever seen. Yeah, I love Dark.
Yeah, and the fact that it's contained in 3 seasons is also fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
They didn't drag it on. They told the story in a perfect amount of time.
Yeah, so it does seem to be an American problem to drag them on. Yes.
Oh yeah, for
very
sure.
much so.
Yeah. Lost is one of my favorite shows of all time, and they had the studio kept trying to get them to drag it on. They were like, we only want to do 5 seasons, and like in like season, if you know the story about with Lost, is like in season 3 when they had a successful show, the studio was like, all right, we need to keep it going, and they tried to drag it out for like 10 seasons. And they did a compromise.
One more side note, and then we should we should get on to the next track. But I'll tell you that was the same problem that Power Rangers had. Every time they would like try and end in the early years, and they'd end on a really good note because they like threw everything they had behind it, and then the studio would be like, "Oh, you just made a bunch of money.
Yeah,
we should keep it going."
Yeah. That's always the big
now
problem.
It's 25 years later.
Yeah. That's always the problem when you can you commodify something too much. It just it gets stale.
Yep.
But Dark never got stale. Dark
was amazing for sure.
And if you want to watch a spoiler-free review, I'll just plug it right now while we're talking about it. Go to anchor.fm/travelers, a Dark podcast, and you can listen to our first season spoiler-free review if you want to watch it for the first time.
Nice.
So, yeah. I'm always excited for an excuse to talk about Dark.
Oh, it's so good.
But let's get on to this Untitled track. Untitled. And we have 2 tracks left. So here we go. Yeah. I got...
Man, you get real deep with this one.
Sinister again. Yeah. This again gives me brings me back to kind of some vibes from earlier in the album, like track 2 or maybe 6. But yeah.
Okay.
Kind of back to that ominous space stuff,
All right.
Yeah.
You really feel like the safety's gone.
Yeah. The tranquility is not there anymore, like the previous track. Yeah. That's probably what makes me feel so sketchy about the previous track, because I'm like, well, if it ended right there, it'd be like, all right, cool. Seems like everything went all right for this guy. But then it gets to this, so it's like, buried deeper, augmented agony, consumed parasite. Yeah, in that, like, dark, like, what is that? Like, what kind of voice is that? I'm trying to think of an example.
Sounds like
like Gremlins? Do Gremlins talk like that? I don't know.
Sounds like Carnage to me, but hey.
Yeah, I could see Carnage.
I was a fan of the animated series when I was a kid, so.
Yeah. And it says parasite, that fits with Carnage, so. Symbiote, parasite. Yeah.
There's definitely something with the sound design from Ocean into this song, so it leads into it.
Okay.
So that's what that is. You can hear the ocean sound. And there's a sound design that flows into this song.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. Yeah,
so
it's and this gets back to, I think, the main guy from the first couple of tracks in his voice, like those tracks. Like, apparently he's stuck and wants to get out wherever he is. So, he's in a tough situation. Can't breathe. He's drained. I think that things aren't looking well for our hero at the end here.
No, it's definitely going into the realm of the dark, as it were.
Yeah. So I'm assuming he's still by the portal or something, and the dude never found him, never came to check on him like his transmission said. There's an interesting line here. Reflections will not tell us a lie, cannot release the disease. Narcissism shining through. Is it me or is it you? So, I don't know. I was thinking maybe some more capitalism stuff, talking about narcissism and capitalism, just because that previous track.
Well, the beginning of this song kind of covers that too. Yeah. This gamble of broken unity rely on the self-absorbed. I mean, that's capitalism right there.
Yeah.
Using a group to come up through society and then breaking off to do your own thing and taking the money with you.
Yeah. So not part of the like plot that we've been discussing necessarily though, but like as like a kind of
the same kind of concept though.
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah, just interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I think the definitely at least talking about self-absorbed and narcissism, and the significance of that. So, which is
nice.
There's a lot of that in our society right now. A lot of narcissism.
Yep.
So,
well, this one that main riff. I ended up doing it on piano, but live I played on guitar and I wrote it on guitar, and it was I wrote it just during just not a good time in my life.
Okay.
And most of the time, if I'm like super negative, I can't write anything. Mm-hmm. That was like the one that just captured it and got through. So I was like, I have to use that for such a negative song, and just really capture the vileness of. Just
of the feeling you were experiencing
going for it with this one, and just then what the song was about, is still very vile, very negative.
Because it seems like it's the main character like literally dying in this track. So
I wanted to definitely have
being
a lot
drained.
of that negativity in it. Mm-hmm.
So
nice.
Yeah. I feel like I'm probably going to have a new idea of what this is about next time I listen through.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
I feel like it'll be one of those albums where it kind of changes depending on how I'm feeling.
Got a lot of stuff in it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
We were saying that earlier. There's a lot of stuff in this.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I'm glad that it was posted on our subreddit or our Discord. It was a really it was one of the first things that someone posted on our Discord, and I was just like, dude,
nice.
This is cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you know where they heard it from?
Another track, huh?
Do you know where they found it?
Apparently, they found it randomly on YouTube. So they found it looking for just random similar music, I guess. So
wow, yeah. I was curious if it was like on one of the playlists.
The algorithms pushed them to you.
Nice.
Yeah, you to them. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah. It's good when they do that. It's good when they work
I know when it
favor.
works in your favor.
Yeah.
Cool.
But speaking of which, we'll put some links in the description for some of those music videos, so you guys can go over to the YouTube channel for Spiral Cell and check it out. Cool. But we have one more track for you guys, and then we'll do our plugs and get out of here. This next track is The Prism, so it's our final track of 15. Here we go.
And after it's said and done, the full pages lack resolve. I don't mind. And some of them left behind, reflecting on the past times.
Yeah. That's a good one.
It's a very somber ending, and it's a very abrupt ending with the reset and such.
Oh yeah. It's like it ends and then there's the reset.
Is it like the story of life? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, maybe like time is a flat circle kind of stuff.
And then you get to the end and reset. Time to go through a new cycle.
Time is a flat tree maze.
Time is a flat tree maze. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he seems like the singer seems like, I don't know, somber or regretful maybe. I'm filling a selfish cup. After all said and done, reflections keep peering through with you. So, it seems like it's kind of,
Definitely reflecting on the end of the journey.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
The prism, yeah.
That's the way. That's the way I feel. The music feels. That's the way I feel. The lyrics come through. The way your voice comes through.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. Possibly a prism representing multiple realities, multiverse again. I don't know.
And then you start over. That's the reset. And then you go through another one.
Yeah. And another.
And then you got to make all new choices.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like that Rick and Morty machine.
Yeah.
Back to Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
No, with this one, I did wait until everything was done. Like the rest of the album had to be finished, like mixed. It wasn't mastered. Master everything at the end.
Yeah.
But I wanted all of it put together, and then I tracked the vocals for this one, because I wanted to see the journey, going through before I tracked the vocals of this one. So
okay.
So I tracked this one at the very, very end. I had the lyrics written, but
had the what?
I had the lyrics written, but I wanted to make sure to or I think I changed them actually a little bit, but yeah, I wanted to make sure that was the closing chapter, type of thing, and really be in the closing chapter mindset for it. So.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it's cool that you like took that kind of approach to the production to, facilitate the creativity or whatever.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I think that it's a great ending note for the album. It really
that reset's very abrupt, and it's a very nice ending for what you're doing.
Cool.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
At the very least, that does make sense.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, although I feel like our original astronaut guy probably it didn't work out too well for him, but maybe he's got another chance at this, like we're saying. So who knows? Yeah.
Nice.
But
I like it.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, we'd like to do one more thing. We'd like to go around the horn and find out what everyone's been listening to lately. And
hey, Brad, can I go first?
Yeah, you can go first. And what we have to plug.
Call my girl anyways before I go to bed.
That's fine. What do you listen to? What do you got to plug?
I've been listening to a lot of Tom Petty at work.
Okay.
He's on 101.5. He's on my 70s station that I pick a lot. Just bangers all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Him and I've been listening to a lot of Crosby, Stills, and Nash too. Actually, getting back into that folky scene, kind of.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't have much to plug. I'm going to be on In Between the Sheets here, within a couple weeks from our fellow guest host Jake Foster.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can find a link in the description for that podcast.
That might be out by the time this is out.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I should be on there at some point in the near future as well. So
yeah. Otherwise, listen to our buddy Scott's stuff here. This is good stuff.
Thanks, guys.
It's very good quality.
Yeah.
And thanks for being on. Really appreciate it. We always like it when a fan comes on to stuff.
Yeah, man, it was cool. It was really cool to hear the analysis and breakdown of it. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what we're here for. That's what we do. Yeah. Seriously, listen to our stuff. This is what we do.
Yeah. We, even when it doesn't need to be done, we're there anyway.
Right. Nice. Tell me anything on this.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, I was gonna say, do you have did you want to plug anything though before you get out of here? Anything other than just Spiral Cell and the other album? You're working on a newer album too, right?
Yeah, I hope the new album's out sooner rather than later. So
yeah.
I really want to do. I do want to to have more visual stuff with it.
Yeah.
To kind of paint a little more of a picture of what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas this last one, I like that it is, this first one was left even more of a mystery. I wanted to give a little bit more visually for this next one, so that's I think what's taking so long. I could just release it, you know, tomorrow if I really wanted to. I guess I don't have artwork for it, but you know, in an audio format. But I really want to focus on visuals for this one, so
yeah.
So hopefully it's sooner rather than later. So
nice. Well, where can people find you? Where can people you know, keep up to date with your stuff?
spiralcell.com, and then of course, you know, Instagram, and I mostly push Instagram. I don't really I have a Facebook and I have a Twitter, but I don't really use them. So Instagram's the best one for sure. So.
Yeah, I have a Facebook, but I'm hoping that it dies at some point soon, because
I am ready for Facebook to die off.
Anything.
Yeah, and Instagram, Facebook owns Instagram, so I don't know why, but yeah, I like Instagram.
Yeah, that's also it's like you can't win with that stuff, you know.
Yeah. So,
but yeah. But thanks for being on, though. I really appreciate you responding. It was a really fun listen, and we always love to, you know, have the artists here to ask the questions of, if we can, you know. So if you ever have a concept album that you are really dying to talk about, let us know too, because we'll, you know, we're down to do a track by track breakdown of something else. So
nice, man. Yeah. Thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it. That was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Well, this has been the Album Concept Hour podcast. Thank everybody for listening. Check out our Twitch stream every Tuesday night at 7:30. And we will see you guys next week. Thanks for listening. The Album Concept Hour is Brad LeBaron, Dave Gallagher, John Aker, and Jake Foster. Special thanks to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the theme music. Please like us on Facebook or friend us on Twitter or MySpace and let us know what concept album you would like to hear on the podcast. See you on Side B. This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.